Story 1. The Beast of Gévaudan. In the remote countryside of Gévaudan, in south-central France, a tale of terror unfolded in the 1760. This is the legend of the Beast of Gévaudan, a mysterious creature whose reign of terror turned the idyllic French province into a landscape of fear. The first attacks were reported in the summer of 1764. A young woman tending her cattle in the Mercoeur forest in Gévaudan saw a fearsome creature emerge from the shadows. It was unlike any wolf she had ever seen larger, with a gaping jaw and eyes that glinted with a sinister intelligence. Miraculously, the bulls in the herd charged, and the creature fled, leaving the woman shaken but unharmed. Word of the attack spread rapidly. The beast, as it came to be known, was not just a wolf, but something far more malevolent. The attacks grew in frequency and brutality. Descriptions painted it as a monstrous hybrid, a wolf-like creature, but as big as a calf, with dark fur, a broad chest, and a tail that it whipped around like a lion. The beast seemed to target women and children predominantly, often in broad daylight. It struck with such brutality that it left little doubt of its lethal intent. The terror gripped Gévaudan, and soon the news reached the highest levels of French society. King Louis XV, concerned about the beast's effect on his kingdom and reputation, sent professional wolf hunters, Jean-Charles Marc-Antoine von Leslie de Neval and his son, to Gévaudan. Armed with rifles and accompanied by bloodhounds, they scoured the forests and mountains, but the beast continued to elude them. The king then sent François Antoine, his chief huntsman. In September 1765, Antoine killed a large gray wolf, which he believed to be the beast. He was celebrated and returned to Paris with the creature's body. However, the attacks in Gévaudan continued. It wasn't until June 1767 that a local hunter named Jean Chastel supposedly ended the beast's reign. According to legend, he used a silver bullet, a symbol of good triumphing over evil, to kill the creature. The Beast of Gévaudan's true nature remains a mystery. Was it a wolf, a hyena, a supernatural creature, or something else? Over 100 people fell victim to it during its 3-year rampage. The tale of the Beast of Gévaudan has become a part of French folklore, a chilling reminder of the wild and unknown lurking just beyond the boundaries of civilization. It's a story that has endured through the centuries, a legend that continues to capture the imagination and evoke the primal fear of the beast that prowls in the shadows. Story 2. The Man-Eaters of Tsavo. In the year 1898, amidst the dusty landscape of Tsavo in Kenya, a harrowing story unfolded that would etch itself into the annals of wild animal encounters. It's the tale of the Man-Eaters of Tsavo, 2 maneless male lions whose reign of terror halted the construction of the Kenya-Uganda Railway and claimed the lives of numerous workers. The project, led by the British, aimed to connect Uganda to the Indian Ocean through Kenya. Workers, mostly from India and local African tribes, were employed to build a bridge over the Tsavo River. But as the work progressed, something sinister lurked in the African bush. It started with whispers among the workers of shadows moving in the night, of eerie roars that shattered the stillness. Then, one night, a lion stealthily entered the camp, dragging a sleeping worker into the darkness. This marked the beginning of a series of horrifying attacks that would last for 9 long months. The lions, cunning and bold, were unlike any ordinary predators. They seemed to hunt humans not out of hunger alone, but with a chilling persistence. They evaded traps and ignored the scarecrows and thorn fences erected around the camps. The workers lived in perpetual fear, many fleeing the site, leaving the railway construction in jeopardy. Colonel John Henry Patterson, a British engineer and the man in charge of the construction, took it upon himself to end this nightmare. Night after night, he laid in wait, rifle in hand, trying to outsmart the beasts that had outwitted so many before him. His initial efforts were in vain, as the lions continued to elude him and claim more victims. The turning point came when Patterson constructed an elaborate trap using a railway car. After many sleepless nights, his persistence paid off. He shot the first lion on the night of December 9, 1898. The second lion fell 2 weeks later, bringing an end to the terror. The Tsavo man-eaters were more than just lions. They were a force that brought the industrial march of the British Empire to a standstill. Their story, a chilling reminder of the unpredictability of nature, has been the subject of books, documentaries, and movies, captivating and horrifying audiences worldwide. The skins and skulls of these lions now reside in the Field Museum of Natural History in Chicago, silent witnesses to a time when man was not the unchallenged ruler of the wilderness, but a vulnerable interloper in the domain of the wild. The Man-Eaters of Tsavo remain a legendary and terrifying chapter in the history of human-animal conflict, a tale of survival, fear, and the indomitable human spirit. Story 3. The Senkebetsu Brown Bear Incident. In the winter of 1915, a remote village in Hokkaido, Japan, became the setting for one of the most tragic encounters between man and nature, the Senkebetsu Brown Bear Incident. This is a tale of survival, horror, and the sheer unpredictability of the wild. The village of Senkebetsu was a small, close-knit community, where the rugged residents carved a life out of the harsh, wintry landscape. But their peaceful existence was shattered in early December when a massive brown bear wandered into the village. Initially, the bear was merely a curious presence, rummaging through empty houses. But soon, its behavior turned aggressive. The first attack was brutal. 2 women were viciously mauled in their home. The village, unprepared for such a savage assault, was gripped by fear. A hunting party was quickly formed. The men of Senkebetsu, armed with whatever weapons they had, tracked the bear through the snowy terrain. But the bear proved to be an elusive and cunning adversary, evading capture and leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The attacks continued. Each was more vicious than the last, claiming the lives of villagers and casting a shadow of terror over Senkebetsu. The bear seemed to possess an almost supernatural resilience, surviving gunshots and traps. As the death toll rose, the village's desperation grew. Yamamoto Haikichi, a renowned bear hunter, was called upon to end the bear's rampage. With a team of seasoned hunters, Yamamoto devised a plan to lure the bear into a trap. On the night of December 14, the bear entered a house as anticipated. Yamamoto and his men ambushed it, engaging in a desperate struggle. Finally, after a harrowing battle, the bear was killed. The aftermath of the Senkebetsu Brown Bear Incident was somber. The village mourned its lost members, and the tale of the bear's rampage became etched in local lore. It remains the worst bear attack in Japanese history. Thank you for watching. If you guys have any suggestions, critiques, or feedback, please feel free to comment on this video. Any feedback is hugely appreciated. As always, stay curious and stay safe.